Greetings. Today on JoeLumb's album review, I'm going to be reviewing something different, and that's Journey's 1981 record, Escape, which is stylized as E5C4P3. That's how you stylize Escape. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media accounts if I decide to put them up on there. And like the video, follow me, subscribe to my channel, and you know the rest. Now on to the episode. Backstory behind Escape goes back to the album Departure, which was the previous record. Departure had an edgier sound thanks partly to the live in studio way they were recording. They did it at the Automat Studios with 19 tracks, eventually trimmed it down to 12. 3 singles from Departure were released. Any Way You Want It made it to the top 25 in the Billboard Hot 100. The follow-up song, Walks Like a Lady, reached the top 40. And the last single was a medley of Good Morning Girl and Stay a While, which only reached 55. The Departure would mark the last full-time studio record with founding member Gregg Rolie, and his penultimate recording with the band. His final contributions would appear on Dream After Dream, a soundtrack album to the Japanese film of the same name, which would also be released in 1980. It has been said that Rolie had become tired of life on the road and decided to leave the band after assisting in the selection of his replacement, then Baby's keyboardist Jonathan Cain. Rolie sang lead vocals on only one song on Departure, which was called Someday Soon. Between April and June of 1981, Journey written and recorded songs for the album which would become known as Escape, stylized as E5C4P3. Once again, folks, for those that didn't understand that. Escape was the band's first album with Jonathan Cain, who replaced Gregg Rolie, as I just mentioned. The album was co-produced by former Lynyrd Skynyrd sound technician Kevin Elson and one-time Queen engineer Mike Stone, who also engineered. The recording took place at Fantasy Studios in Berkeley, California. Unfortunately, that studio is no longer in existence. Go figure. Most of the tracks were written by Steve Perry, Neil Schon, and Jonathan Cain, except where noted. Let's go to the track listings right now. The track listings included the opener, Don't Stop Believin', clocking in at 4:11. Stone in Love, clocking in at 4:26. Who's Crying Now, written by Steve Perry and Jonathan Cain, clocking in at 5:01. Keep On Running, clocking in at 3:40. Still They Ride, clocking in at 3:50. Escape clocks in at 5:17. Lay It Down clocks in at 4:13. Dead or Alive clocks in at 3:21. Mother Father, written by Neil Schon, Steve Perry, Jonathan Cain, and Matt Schon, clocking in at 5:29. And Open Arms, written by Steve Perry and Jonathan Cain, clocking in at 3:23. On the remastered edition with the bonus tracks released in 2006, La Raza del Sol, the B-side on Still They Ride alternate version, clocks in at 3:26. A live version of Don't Stop Believin' live in Houston clocks in at 4:19. A live version of Who's Crying Now, also from live in Houston, clocks in at 5:44. And again, live in Houston, Open Arms, clocks in at 3:23. Escape was released on July 17th, 1981. It went to number 1 on the Billboard 200. It featured 4 hit singles, reaching the Billboard Hot 100. Don't Stop Believin' reached number 9. Who's Crying Now reached number 4. Still They Ride reached number 19. And Open Arms reached number 2. In July of 2021, it was certified diamond by the Recording Industry of America for at least 10 million sales in the U.S., making it the band's most successful studio album and second most successful album overall, behind Journey's Greatest Hits, which was released in 1988. Now, the reception and legacy on this album Mike DeGagna of AllMusic retrospectively awarded Escape 4.5 stars out of 5. Writing, the songs are timeless as a whole. They have a way of rekindling the innocence of youthful romance and the rebelliousness of growing up, built from heartfelt songwriting and sturdy musicianship. Colin Larkin awarded the album 4 out of 5 stars in the 2002 edition of the Virgin Encyclopedia of Popular Music. Contemporary Rolling Stone reviews were less favorable. The first review of 1981 by Deborah Frost marked Journey as a heavy metal posers, and the music in the album as easily playable by any session musician. Go fuck yourself, Deborah. The 2004 edition of their album guide, Rolling Stone awarded the album 2.5 stars out of 5, which was nonetheless an improvement from Dave Marsh's 1-star rating in the 1983 edition of that publication. Again, Rolling Stone could go fuck themselves. In 1988, Kerrang! Readers voted Escape the greatest AOR album of all time. Classic Rock expressed the same opinion in 2008. In 1989, Kerrang! Ranked Escape number 32 in the 100 greatest heavy metal albums of all time. A 2000 Virgin poll saw the album voted the 24th greatest heavy metal alternative rock album of all time. In 2001, Classic Rock ranked the album number 22 in the 100 greatest rock albums of all time. In 2006, the same publication included in their 200 greatest albums of the 80s, and as one of the 20 greatest albums of 1981. Q Magazine ranked Escape 15th among its records It's Okay to Love in 2006. My overall rating for Escape is a 90 out of 100. Again, the top 10 singles, Don't Stop Believing, Who's Crying Now, and Open Arms really sold it for me, as well as Still They Ride. I haven't listened to most of the album, just the 4 songs, and I think I listened to Stone in Love about a few times over. But other than that, the album is A-okay in my book. And by the way, Rolling Stone, fuck you too for discrediting one hell of an album that they put out in 1981. This has been JoeLumb's album review.
No,